Okay, sorry guys, it's just a little bit complicated now with the because we have a few devices to organize it, so we'll just quickly um, fix it all. And then we start. I'm just waiting for the sign from my team that we are ready to start.
Ира, начинай, Соня запустила.
Yeah. Okay. So they said that we are ready to start. All right. Hello, everyone. Yeah, because we are just I can see only the girls we're going to do the feedback with in Zoom, and the rest of you are in the other platform. So we were working on connecting all of this. Hello, guys, and I am really glad and excited to see all of you here. This is a new format of the sessions. I usually do it for my students, but this time I decided to do it more and less publicly, so you guys can see how things work. So we gonna do a video analysis. I will give feedback and show some technical details on Paul so you can strengthen your dance. Today we have two students to analyze, and on their example, everyone can see what you maybe can work on, because the problems for most of the dancers are quite similar. Yes, so maybe not all of it, but I am sure that some of it will be useful for everyone. So because sometimes when we just talk about things in general, you're like, yeah, it all makes sense. But then you can see it on the example when we work on some particular things, it kind of make more sense. Yeah, so this is what we are going to do today. We're going to work on technique, on expressiveness, maybe on some composition of the dance. And everyone can leave with some insights and some, useful tips and understand what to do next to grow. Okay, so I am going to use today the method that I use in my Exobase course. And the point of it all, that you don't just do the moves technically. Yeah, you don't just kind of copy moves, but you understand how your body can do it, how your body feel every single movement, and how you can style it and make it look more personal, yeah, and more beautiful, because it's kind of what your body feels, yeah, like the secure and comfortable movement, and therefore more expressive. But all of it has a lot to do with techniques, because usually we talk about, oh, can you just do it smoother? Can you just do it more expressively? And you're like, yeah, I understand, but how exactly I do that? Yeah, what the hell means smoother? How my body makes it smoother? Yeah, or like cleaner, or whatever it is. Yeah, so we are going to work on that things, and this is what my course is based on. So it's like 5 main things usually. Yeah, the key points that we need to work on is fundamentals. Yeah, the basic elements. Then the transitions, the smooth weight shift. Yeah, and like what happens between the elements. Then the musicality, both technical musicality and emotional expressiveness. Then some technical upgrades, when we like what interesting transitions we use, yeah, how we make the movements a little different, more specific, yeah, more creative, and yeah, like basically choreographing, yeah, which is like how we put it all together and use all elements to create something of our own. Yeah, and there are lots of other things, and all of it, we are kind of going to talk a little bit about today on the particular example, yeah, of the girls. So let me go to the feedback part. So I am going to demonstrate the videos the girl sent me. We can watch it. We will watch it all together, and then I will explain what I see, what I think we can improve, and how, and then I will show it on the poll. All right. So let me demonstrate it. Okay, girls, one more time. Who is, I think Marta said that it's like 12:30, yeah? So later for you. Okay, then maybe we start with Marta and then we go to Maggie. Maggie, are you okay to wait a little bit more?
Yeah, okay, I'm fine.
Okay, yeah. All right, just 1 second before I start demonstrating. Girls in the chat, can you tell me, can you see me, can you hear me? Because I see your messages when you couldn't see the video, couldn't hear anything. Now, does it work? Is everything good? Just text me in the chat so I can see. And I will start demonstrating. Так, мне нужна помощь. Почему вот эту штуку не убрать? Не нужно убрать. Sorry, girls, 1 second. Это надо убрать. Почему она не убирается? I cannot move this little thing. It's on the screen. No, нет. Оля, нам нужно как-то убрать вот эту штуку, потому что иначе не видно половину танца.
Это как-то на телефоне идет. Сейчас я посмотрю на своем, подожди.
Обычно у меня это убирается. Ну, обычно я просто смахиваю. Сейчас не смахивается. Может быть, это потому, что мы что-то закрепили?
Закреплен только твой экран, не это.
Guys, I'm trying to figure out how to move this thing so we can properly see the dance. Okay, let me try to do it this way. Okay, it's going to be smaller, but at least we can see kind of everything, all right? We will do it like this now.
I'll be gentle, guide you through the walls of time, twist and turning outside your eyeline. Cluttered pieces, broken while you try to be sufficient for no one in particular. Below the candle, take the hand that reaches out to help you, wanting nothing, nothing in return. Sing you to sleep, my darling, I will sing you to sleep through your panic and dreams empty. Sing you to sleep, my darling, I will sing you to sleep through your panic and dreams empty. coast, cold coast, deeper than the trenches. Look at this heart, can you see the floor? Like the deepest gulfs, Mariana. If this is family, then what is Ohana? Look at this heart, can you see the floor? Look at this heart, can you see a door? Look at this heart, can you see the floor? Look at this heart, can you see a door? Lead you in, pull you down, hold your weight, lift it up. Lead you in, pull you down, oh, your weight, lift it up. Hold your weight, lift it up.
Okay, so it is really beautiful. First, what I want to say that yeah, it's a really beautiful routine, and it's 3 minutes, and even by the like in the end of 3 minutes, you are still like fresh and strong and like doing it fully. It's amazing. I love a lot of things here, and you like you have a story here, you have a composition. Yeah, so I will read now the story so people can also understand what's going on there. So the team, the girl in death. The death comes to take the girl away, but the girl is not ready to die. She tries to escape and stay in the world. She fights, but in the end, she becomes tired and slowly accepts her fate, and she lets death take her. Yeah, so we have a storytelling here, and we are going to talk about the story as well. Yeah, but first, I think I will start, step by step. I will start with the technique first, so we can fix some of the technical things, and then we can also talk more about the expressive part, okay? About the composition, yeah, and what the tools, we can use to make the story more readable. Yeah, so first, what I want to say, I really like how you use your arms. You use them quite a lot, and this is your strong side. Yeah, so you use your arms a lot. I love it. I also see, like you say, that you usually do different style, and this is the first lyrical choreo, because usually you do more like the old school style, and it's really great that you decided to try. And I wonder if like when you do the lyrical style and you were trying to make the expression different, did that affected how the moves look, how you perform them? Because obviously same move, if we do it with different expression, it looks differently. And so because you said that it's your first time trying to do lyrical, maybe sometimes when I will tell you about something, you kind of know it, and maybe when you do it in your sexy style, it looks different. Yeah, more familiar, more comfortable for you. And now when you're trying to do it like this, it's a little bit different, so your body doesn't know yet. Yeah, and so I understand. Yeah, I understand that maybe you can do the moves, more comfortably in different style. So the first thing what I can say overall is the chest that most of the times doesn't really open. So I like how you open your arms. Yeah, you open your shoulders, your neck. Yeah, we can see a very open position here, like you're really open. Yeah, and I like all the emotional things here, and we're going to talk about them later. Yeah, but if we talk about first few things, you see here, for example, you open and your legs, yeah, your hips, the shape, you point your toes, the lines are good. Yeah, okay, here the legs, maybe I would extend fully, yeah. Here again, I like how you close and open, it's nice. I will talk about it also a little bit later. Yeah, now I'm just checking, I'm not, so here, we have this part.
Twist and turning outside your eyeline. Cluttered pieces, broken while you try to be sufficient for no one.
Yeah, so adjusting the position. I mean, the first one was fine from here. And then the second one, like, oh, I'm in the wrong place. Wait, let me go to the right place. Okay, I'm not commenting on the tricks. It's different. I want more to focus on the techniques of dancing. So I do like how you close and open. And here, same. You could maybe close a bit more, and then you open again. Here, yeah, so look, I just wanted to show you an example of few moves. What happened? You don't fully extend your, like, squeeze your shoulder blades and open your chest. Can you see me? Because I see only the screen, but can you see me well? Yeah, can you see my body? I can see you, Marta. You can nod.
Yeah, I can see you if I pin you, yeah.
Nice, great. Okay, so what happens here? You open in general, yeah, with your arm, let's say, but you could open your shoulder blades more, squeezing them, yeah, and lifting your diaphragm up. So what happens here? You open this, but you still lock your rib cage. Yeah, so in all the movements, starting from the very first one, yeah, starting from when you open here, yeah, and then when you open here, so for you, it's arm and the leg, but could also be more like lifting your diaphragm, squeezing, yeah? And same when you go to the pole, whatever it is, I feel like the chest could work a little more. So I will show it when I fully go back to the pole. Yeah, now I just want to explain you what I'm talking about in general. And so there are a lot of movements like this when you don't fully use your shoulder blades. Let me explain you how it works technically. So when we want to pull up, yeah, on pole, especially on the pole, you even do it on the floor, but on the pole, it's even, it works more interesting way. So for example, any moves you do, you want to pull up and you're doing it using your muscles here. Yeah. And so what happens? You close your body. Yeah, because you want to pull up. That's normal. This is how our body thinks, and it wants to use the muscles. What we should do instead, look at these muscles and then this in your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades are actually much bigger. So every time you want to pull up, you want to do any arch, any like strong move when you open, instead of using your biceps and like, closing your upper body, we want to engage the shoulder blades and pull up using using the back. I will show it more in pole. Yeah, now we will just go a little bit more through the video.
Panic and dreams empty. You to sleep, my darling. I will sing you to sleep through your panic and dreams empty. You to sleep, my darling. I will sing.
So all of it Yeah, like this. You see the line between your arm and your back and your hips. Yeah, so your shoulder is twisted in. Therefore, your rib cage is closed. Okay. Why? What happened? Why the? Sorry. This the screen share, the broadcast stopped. Yeah. Can you see again? Yeah. So here, yeah. So if you rotate your shoulder outwards and squeeze your shoulder blades, that will kind of wrap your body around the pole, yeah, and also open your hips, so the whole shape will be nicer. And this is like one example, but it works like this everywhere. See here, this is what I told you. You are now trying, you see, to use your arms, not engaging your shoulder blades at all. Yeah, and that's why the movement looks heavy. Yeah, it's still okay. Everything you do actually looks pretty good, but we're talking about how you can make it even better. Yeah. So I like a lot of things here, and that's why also in this moment you can't fully, I can stop precisely, but the right foot here, you flex it because you can't fully pull up, so you have to use your foot. Yeah. Okay. Look at your upper body again. Yeah, around it a little. Full foot on the floor, and you don't need it because you have two hands on pole. Yeah, if we have one hand on pole, then we can balance on our foot. But because both of your hands are on pole, you can use the bottom hand to push away from the pole, and you will be able to take off to point your toes. I like your hands here and these beautiful, beautiful arms. Very elegant. And then the music changes, yeah? I won't go through all the moves technically, but what I see, can you see the chest? Yeah? Yeah, because I want to give you like a couple of things. This is a lot. I can tell you 100 things, but I would prefer to give you maybe 2, 3, 4 tools that you can fix, and that will give you a very big difference already. Yeah, because if I tell you 100 things, you would just forget everything. That'll be just too much. So I want to focus on the chest. Yeah, because lots of things. Yeah, I like how much you actually use your body and coordinate everything and with your arms and with your head. That's great. Now, from here, why this movement looks a little bit weird, because you don't fully finish up here, and you kind of from somewhere middle of the previous position, you go to this one, yeah, like not fully up, and then even lower, and it just feels a little awkward. Yeah. Look at your foot again. Same thing. Yeah, you don't need it. Yeah, it's okay, but you don't need that foot. And if you will start using your bottom hand to push, you can make it much cleaner. This. Look at your shoulder. Yeah, that's the same thing like before. If you open the shoulder and open your upper body, yeah, so the whole thing here is like really also the angle is not the best, right? But you could, instead of putting your upper body to the pole, you could put your lower back. Yeah, and you could adjust the shape, open your back more and have much nicer transition. Again, look, again, what happens in the upper body. Yeah, so this is a few things. I will give you some exercises which you will be able to fix it. All right, so this is what, beautiful arms again, I love it. Actually love the arches of your feet are so nice. Very beautiful. I like this part as well. This is more about emotional part. Yeah, I like you have a really good technique of your feet. You understand how to do a lot of things beautifully. I can see it. Yeah, there's a few things we can fix and the whole thing will look so much more professional. Here. Yeah. This when your bottom hand is that high, you can't really fully fly and just looks a little heavy. Here. What happens here? The weight, like kind of nowhere. Yeah, on the hand, and then the legs don't understand what they do and why. Yeah, from here, just foot. But the periods are pretty good. I like how you open. Look, this is a really good example again. When you arch, but you see still the chest, yeah, the shoulders are still higher than your back. Yeah. Okay, let me now go to a few technical things, and then we will come back to the composition, expressiveness, and stuff like that. I will put my heels on. Yeah, should be fine. Okay, I will open your video from another phone so I can see what I'm talking about. So, one more time, what I was talking about in the beginning, it doesn't matter what exactly is happening there. Yeah, but yeah, like you open something and then like you close, and I like when we close and we round, that's fine. And it's amazing that you do it, because for many people, the problem that they always only open and never close, and then they look like they're dead. So when you close and then open, it's great. Keep it. Yeah. So when you round your back in close position, it's fine, right? But then when you open, besides opening the leg and the arm, would be great if you really lift the chest and the diaphragm up. Yeah, so you fully open here, right? And then whatever happens after, it works the same way with the pole. Yeah, so for example, you did this thing, yeah? We were in this shape. So you see, it's normal for the body. Guys, this is a very common problem for actually most of the pole dancers. Yeah. So what happens? Our body is smart. And for your shoulder, the strongest position is internally rotated. This is safest, this is strongest. So especially when we close with the leg, so the shoulder also, all body wants to close, that's normal. Also, when it wants to pull up or something, you know, do a strong position, it wants to close even more. But we are smarter than our body. Our body is smart, but we are smarter. So what we need to do here, all we need to do is actually rotate the shoulder. Yeah, so don't start with, I need to arch. Yeah, not the arch, because arch will not help much. It usually just goes to the neck and head and not much happens. The shoulder, that will change the whole thing. Shoulder will open your rib cage, and then you can also lift the tailbone up, and then the whole shape will be here. And I understand sometimes we want to close, yeah, here. But then, first of all, we don't close like this. We keep the shoulder open, even if we kind of close. But then, for example, you open and you continue. And here, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, something here, right? So what happened? You pull up, yeah, using like hanging on that arm, yeah, pushing the hips, but not again engaging the shoulder blades. Yeah, and it's nothing about flexibility. Of course, flexibility helps, but many flexible people don't do it, and it still doesn't look good. Yeah, and my back is not very flexible, and now I didn't even do warm up, so I'm not the best shape. I'm going to show, but still, if I here use my shoulder blades to pull up and then open, yeah? So the shape here can be nicer. And then I might don't remember what exactly you do, but I think approximately, yeah? Then when you turn here, this, again, rounding the back, yeah? Instead, let me actually show you on this, maybe this side, so you can see. For example, I start and I lift here using the shoulder blade. And even if I use both arms, I'm not hanging. I'm really like pulling myself up from the chest, pushing with the leg. Yeah. And then I open. Yeah. So if it's here, whatever happens here, it's a lot about opening. And what I told you before, because the girls in the platform, sorry guys, someone connected to the speaker. So what I was talking about before that the girls in the platform couldn't see, that when we pull up, yeah, and if we use our biceps, whatever move it is, yeah, we close our body. And it's just what happens automatically. Our body just knows that, you know, if you want to pull up using your biceps, we need to close. But our shoulder blades are bigger and they are stronger. So every time you want to pull up, instead of doing this, you want to do this. Yeah, and so you can train it literally. You know, if you guys follow any athlete in Instagram, you know, or YouTube, they show videos in gym, how they pull up. And they do it like this, with the elbows behind, using the shoulder blade. They don't do it like this. They show you this exercise because the shoulder blades are stronger. Yeah, and it's in the same time stronger and also looks more beautiful. So very often when people say, even if we take a simple transition, just a butterfly. Yeah, if I tell you do a butterfly and arch, and you like arch, yeah, it won't look the same as if you pull up on your shoulder blades and arch. Yeah, so I start pulling up here. This is the transition, yeah. And every time when teacher tell you like you need to arch, you need to open, it's not just to make a nicer line in terms of flexibility, but it is actually to engage your stronger muscles, and you will be able to pull up. And it doesn't matter which move you do. Even for example, when you did, I don't remember exactly, but there was some turn or some spin here, yeah, and you're hanging. Looks a little awkward. Like instead, even if you keep the arm here, but you will pull up, yeah, on the arm, yeah, or you could use this grip, yeah, but pulling up here, that will give you nicer line, but also much stronger flying movements, yeah. And if we talk about easier moves, it works absolutely the same way. And for example, what else you did? Okay, anyways, I think that with Maggie, we might will have similar moves, and we will see that it works the same way. So I just want you guys to understand that rotating the shoulder will allow you to engage the shoulder blade, will allow you to make a nicer line in your body, and will allow you to pull up more. So it's aesthetically better and physically stronger, and you do it all the time. Doesn't matter if it's a powerful move when you literally need to pull up, you know, or if it's, let's say, a pirouette or something. Same, we want our shoulder rotate and down. Yeah, this gives us a stronger position in our body when everything is engaged, when we're not hanging, but when we're like very strong and lengthening up and, you know, having a stronger axis of rotation. So that will actually give you both stronger position and nicer shape, nicer lines. Okay, so same on the floor. When you do all the moves on the floor, think about engaging. And it's also interesting because you guys can, oh, this shape. This is what you did, yeah? And you arch, but your shoulders are still here. So try to feel it, how you literally pull the shoulders backwards and lifting the chest and also opening your diaphragm. Yeah, this is the diaphragm, and you can feel like you breathe in and out. And you see, we open. I can close my diaphragm and move my shoulder. I can open and move my shoulders. So if I go with diaphragm and with shoulders, yeah, and then also with the lower back, this is one more thing. So many little points, yeah. And so when you go into this shape, yeah, so you shoulders down and diaphragm up, and that will change your shape a lot, right? So let's say this is like technically the first thing that I will really focus on that you can fix. And this is, I'm almost sure that for all of you guys, yeah, this is literally most of the dancers have this problem, and I would recommend it for all of you. And then let me go to another part, the expressive. Yeah, I do really like your arms. Yeah, and I like how you use your hair, and I actually like in general that you have a story. And so here we don't really need fully to tell the story like precisely, you know, what happened. What is it, does it connect it to the lyrics of the song, or it's just
No,
your
it's not connected to the lyrics of the song, more to the how the music changes.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be connected to the song, because I didn't really listen precisely, but I thought why you decided to take this idea. I hope it's not a personal story, because you're still here. That did not take you. I'm glad.
No, it was a poem that I read and it was like quite touching. So I thought, yeah. But I do match some words with the thing. So for example, when it says "I'll be gentle," I'm like throwing my face away, which is like I imagine that the deaf is like grabbing my face, things like that.
Okay, so let me ask you the question. This death came to the girl. The girl is fighting and she's scared. So why is she teasing the death and thinking like maybe the death will like my ass and won't take me?
I think the old school came through.
Yeah. So all right. I do like the beginning, and I actually like the composition. I like you start on the floor, you finish on the floor, you have changes in the music, and that's great. This is what usually people don't really don't really follow. You have it, so this is great. The arms you use are very appropriate, yeah, and they add a lot. And with the outfit, it's all great. And I like how you use your hair, a lot of things. So now, how we can make it even more, interesting and more contrast, adding more contrast. So contrast, all right? So this is the word you guys need to remember. Everything was beautiful, right, technically perfect, and so on, becomes boring in 15 seconds. Yeah, so we need to do changes. We need to show contrast. And I won't be able to tell you about all the contrasts, okay? This is I have same like with techniques. It took me so long to explain you briefly one thing, and there's so many things. But I will focus on this, on changing, on contrast in your dynamics here. So you have this slow part, and then the music changes, and you go into dynamic part. Yeah. Let me see. I do like the idea, but just 1 second. So, what I think, the music changes, and it kind of it becomes more dynamic and a little more like stressed, you know, like, yeah. And your movement changes, but she wants to escape from the death, right? The first thing. So escape would be literally adding more dynamics and flying more around. So first, when she wants to, sorry, I don't remember what exactly you do. Yeah, but that would be nice to have something like literally, like flying, doing more things when you literally change, so you ran away. So you start, and I thought like such a great idea. You start and then you stay in the same place, and yeah, you do the kick, so you're fighting the death, but still you kind of staying on the same place, and so if we talk about the composition here, it would be great to actually do some dynamics, yeah, either spins, some transitions when you go around the pole, more periods, more, you don't have to always do the transitions and never stop, but at least for this part, I like when you kind of slow down, when the music slows down, that's great. Yeah, but because it goes like more, at least on this, and the beginning of this part, I would do something more like, running away thing. Yeah, then you might start fighting, and there you can add more of the kick, or if you do, for example, the legs be a little more active because you're fighting, yeah, what you say. So literally connecting it to the meaning more. Actually, this, the foot, yeah, and then this, yeah. So the foot, it's okay, yeah, sometimes to have a full foot, but then we need to style it with the whole body. Yeah, we can't do lyrical position in our body and then this foot, it's just not matching. Yeah, so either you have to ground all your body, twist that hip, shoulder, so that it looks appropriate, or you push with the bottom hand, yeah, and point. And then when you lift the leg up, you put the lower back, not your upper back and not twisting, but you put the lower back. So that allows you to, even if it goes here, yeah, even if it's not super flexible, yeah, here or here, still fine, still better than this, yeah? And the shoulder. So we lower back, open shoulder, you can bring the body more behind the pole. That will actually fake the straddle and you will have much better line. Now, when the music changes like in some, this part, when she goes with the, this is where you can, again, change the expression. And for example, go with more, either switching to the side of the desk or just like or the girl is getting more like, she's not naive anymore, she's fighting with the death, right? So instead of this, I would go, for example, with the fingers, literally turning the face, maybe sometimes like rounding and doing more of the weird shapes, maybe even flexing the feet sometimes. So when she, this part of the music was the whispering, yeah, so just to show this, the switch of the mood, right? Yeah, and then she's like when you have all these parts, it's nice that you start, I can see it on your face, yeah, that you're struggling, great. It's amazing that you can really express your emotions. Again, open your chest more. Guys, one little advice for all of you. When we want to do lyrical, it's here. It's in our heart, in our lungs, in our chest. When we want to do sexy, it's in our hips. Yeah? Very simple. And we do it in our movement. Obviously, when we want to do sexy, we still at the chest, but it's more, if we talk about, let's say, sexy wave, it will be more here. This is sexy in your hips. And this will be in the lyrical wave, yeah, in the chest. So when you have all these parts, your chest is always closed, yeah? And you want to open. And here, I don't remember what exactly you do, but I don't know which side. Yeah, but still, I want it more from the head, from your ear, you know, with the chest, with the shoulders, because that is like a dramatical part. And then here, yeah, also with the chest, with that. Yeah, because it's a strong moment. And it also will be a big difference if before you did all these small things here and kind of more closing, and then again you start opening, and you also, when we suffer, we can reach, and then fist, yeah, or grabbing, even grabbing the floor, all of that, the hands, that will change a lot. So you see, in the beginning you have the lyrical hands, yeah, then you go more, then you fight and go in big movements, then you go into this, and then again big, and also grabbing sometimes this or something, or even taking, yeah. Then when you get tired, yeah, girl gets tired. What happens when we get tired? Besides, we don't point our toes anymore, and when we get tired, we breathe heavily. So it doesn't matter what moves we do, but then when we're tired, what we could do, yeah, here, yeah, or like anything here, or maybe even, you know, sliding here, yeah. We show it like our casual. What is your casual movement? Connecting the breathing, that will also help you to open and close more, yeah, and also more relaxed hands. If before you were fully extending here, but when you're tired, you can't, they're just like very, very relaxed, very upset. Hand. Yeah, so take it from your natural reaction. What would be the natural reaction of your body, right? So but I have to tell you that you have a really good, in general, you have really good expression. Your face, your body is pretty expressive. You're not shy to show the emotions. It's really great what you do. And you really showed the part. I could see the part. It's amazing. You have really great potential everywhere, in your technique, in your ideas, in the composition, in your expression. Everything is there. You just need to, you know, just fix a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then even the same routine, yeah, just with some corrections, will have more, it will look cleaner if you fix the techniques, yeah, point your toes because you push with the hand everywhere, yeah, open the chest more, yeah, that will give you better lines in general, yeah, in the straddle, pushing your lower back and so on, everywhere, the shoulder, so that will give you much cleaner lines. Also, the chest will give you more expressiveness because everything will become bigger. The hands as well will change your expressiveness. And yeah, I would in the middle just add more dynamic moves just because it's really appropriate to the music, to the change, and you can show both escaping and then fighting. Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't have to be like separately. First we're escaping and then we're fighting. But obviously, the first reaction, you're afraid. You could even show it. You're like, ha ha, what do I ran? And then you start doing the legs and kicks. So you maybe some of the moves a bit more like. Sorry, I don't remember what you do, and it depending on the music. Yeah, I remember this was really really nice. Yeah, so not this part, but somewhere, for example, if you still have some stronger moments, maybe not even for this one, yeah, but in general, just some ideas for the future. If I want to do something, yeah, something soft, yeah, it will be this. But if I want to show something strong, dynamic, yeah, it's the impulse and the drop, for example. Yeah, same move, but we change the dynamic completely, and then it changes the energy a lot. Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of the things already, but in general here, you need to fix a bit of understanding how to do the basic elements, because that will just, fundamentals are very important, because that will give you the lines, yeah, and that will give you confidence. Then transitions, yeah, because all of the moves, like when your feet or when you did the butterflies and so on, so smooth transitions, like for example, you did some pirouettes and then falling around the pole, also he had the shoulders, so not that is just understanding of the weight shifting. Maybe I will explain this part more on Maggie, because I know it's just taking quite long already, right? But yeah, the transition, and then this expressiveness is quite good already, but just adjusting the dynamics will give you a bit better musicality, a bit more readable, yeah, more contrast, more of the it will be just more impressive, yeah. But in choreographing, you're already good. Like you did that, and it's already a lot. It's already a beautiful routine, especially if you say that it's not your common style, and it's amazing what you did already. So, what do you think?
Yeah, wow, thank you so much. It was like so much information, and I can totally like see the difference, especially when you showed it, especially with my chest. And I guess because I mainly dance old school, it's more in my hips, and I don't use my chest as much as you showed. So I think that will change a lot, and like the feedback is very actionable. So I kind of know what to do next or what I should work on next. So that was really amazing. Thank you so much. And I'm very excited to learn like more in the program, because I mean, if those are the tips, then I will be like an amazing dancer in no time.
You joined the program now?
Yeah, I bought it
You
like
did?
I did, yeah.
Congratulations!
Yeah, I'm friends with Tammy and with Bella, who also did the program, and they were speaking highly of it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna join next time when it opens up. So
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm so glad. Well, congratulations. So we're gonna did you get the package with the feedback?
yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna have similar sessions. Okay, now it was very long, but we're gonna have a session with you as well. So maybe next time, because I already saw that, so maybe next time I will focus your attention on some other things. But this is already kind of a lot to start with.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah, and yeah, it's I'm really, yeah, I didn't know that you joined, because I don't know who joined. It's my team just sent me a video, so I was like, okay, we're doing the session. But yeah, it's amazing. So you will work on all of these details, and you if you are in Asia, you will work with Yelena, and she's great in it as well. Yeah, Well,
Yeah,
so
thank you so much.
yeah, congratulations, and I'm glad that you like the feedback, and this is how the program gonna work. Similar session. I just don't know how long it took us. Maybe this one was a little longer than it usually takes, but I wanted to, because it's kind of, it will be useful for other girls as well, because everyone have similar problems. So I thought it would be great. All right. Are you happy?
Yes, very much.
You can go sleep.
No, I will watch actually the next review
Yeah.
because I think it will be quite helpful to see as well.
Yes, it will. It will. Nice. All right. So, Maggie, are you here?
Hello, I'm here. I think it's really useful for me to listen to my first your analysis on my first choreo, yeah. Because I have the same problems too. I also block my chest often. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
joined Excel based as well.
you joined as well.
3.0. Yeah.
Amazing. That's so cool. I didn't know as well, but nice. So you can also see how things work. Let me start sharing your mm, video. Mm-hmm. Oops, sorry. Mm-hmm. Okay, well, first of all, I actually really love the choreo. Did you do it by yourself? Is it your choreo?
Actually, it's my first choreo because I never choreo anything. I just do some short freestyle, but I'm trying to apply for my first competition, but I don't know if I can success or not because I just submit the video. But this is my first time doing choreo, and I don't know how I can do it. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. I really love it, and that's why I asked. Okay. So, I can see you can do lots of cool tricks, and do you have a flexible back?
I think my flexibility is okay. I can do bridge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So because I checked your Instagram page, there's not many videos, but I could see that you do some, because one is closed, private, another one is open, and the one
Oh,
that
yeah.
the one that is open doesn't have much. But I was just wondering, like, and I thought, like, I think you have a pretty flexible back, but when you dance, you barely show it. Yes, your chest is pretty often closed. Yeah, and yeah, I won't repeat the same things as I did for Marta because it's kind of the same. Yeah, so let me go through some different stuff. I will start as well with technical things. Yeah, right here we already can see very, very, very close position. And it's normal that you tuck your hips to lift the legs, yes. But the chest, yeah, okay, I will show it later. But I like how you open your neck here, but here, this. Yeah, you see this position like between your arm and your body, this angle makes the kind of weak position for your shoulder, and like it's hard to control your body here because the shoulder doesn't really hold the body, and the shape is also not very like this. You see, you catching, and then you kind of have to tense all your body because here the shoulder doesn't really support it. So if you would externally rotate that shoulder and engage the shoulder blades, you would wrap your body around the pole, and the whole transition would be much more controlled. And you would also go from your ear, from your left ear into that transition. See this, yeah? That shoulder and the chest. Yeah, same with what we were talking about before. So if you just rotate the shoulder and open the chest, the whole thing, and this the same. Yeah, but actually I like I like all of your transitions. All of them are very creative. It's really creative. It's amazing. Like I would give you lots of compliments. I just want to be efficient, but there's a lot of things I really love. You can be really proud of yourself. It's amazing. So many creative things. Here I like I didn't, okay, Marta, we didn't talk about this with you, but you also do it, but we could do it even more, changing the level. So we see like we're standing, then we go low, then we go high, and then we go low again. This is amazing, and this is what we need to exaggerate. The more contrast of the levels we have inside of the transition, the more interesting and eye-catching it is. We have contrast of the main three contrasts that we can have is contrast of shape. That's why we open and close. The contrast of level, we go up, middle, down, fully to the floor. And the contrast of speed. There's also planes, but we're going to talk about it later. These three are the main. And here, the lower you go, you could go here, lower into this shape. Yeah, up here and then lower here. That would give you, you know, to just make the whole thing look much bigger. This, the heel on the floor, the left heel, and both of your hands are on the pole. Why don't you point your left foot? Yeah, you push with the left hand, and then it just allows you to point the toe. I like how you close and open here. This is nice. But again, same like Marta, you open in the arm, but you could more engage your diaphragm, right? And I would also rotate the arm, yeah, because you still you see your palm is facing down. And if you would just rotate your wrist, like finishing the move, rotating your wrist up and elbow down, that will circle your arm, and that will give much more natural move here. This like flat body, yeah. Again, the angle between the arm and the body gives you much less control. I love this transition so much. Whee! Amazing. So many cool things here. Love it. Okay. Again, you see how your body is like all your upper body is so closed. So like tense. Yeah. This. It's like it's not wrong. Yeah, because because you use your shoulders a lot here. The shape looks fine. But we could just style it a little. And in your case, it definitely already the time to style it, to not just do the moves correctly, but to start finding your own voice here. And you do, okay, you close and you open, but I feel like when you go here, then you open from, like you start from your hips, but then you just open the chest. And I think it could be more of the wave if you would kind of circle your hips and literally trying to do the reverse wave here. That would be much more expressive. I'll show you. See this.
Thank you.
Flat body. Yeah, we just like rolling like a sausage on the floor, on the pan. Yeah. Here, the transition is nice. But if you would also arch your back, lift the chest and go to the top of your head, the whole thing would look way nicer. You see, you circle your body, you circle your shoulders, your head, your beautiful long hair, but your diaphragm is not moving. Yeah, remember what I showed to Marta? This is what you also need to do. Literally, like lifting the rib cage. Yes, squeezing the shoulder blades when you're here. Wow, so cool. Fully take off, like when you land that hand, just take it off slightly sooner, so we don't have this shape when the shoulder is yeah. And when you take it off, when we take off our hand, we always need to rotate it, the shoulder. We can't just take off like this. We have to, guys, I will show it later. I know you can't see me. So when I will stop the streaming, I will show you. So, but now Maggie, you can see, yeah, you can't take off like this. You have to always do this little, to take off the hand. A little bit awkward moments of putting maybe here I would not round my back, but I would also squeeze the shoulder blades and first show more like open shape. So this will be closed shape and then will be open shape again. Nice hips. Nice engaging of the hips. Beautiful wave. Very nice lines. Look. You know why? What happens here? Look, you open your body to the left, but you look with your head to the right. So your body just kind of cannot fully turn to the left because your head, which is actually the wheel of the car, just point the wrong direction. So open your head, squeeze the shoulder blades, and rotate the shoulder, the right shoulder. And this, you see, all the way The shoulders are closed. Oh my God, I love your hair. Can I borrow them, please? The tricks is a trick. I will not now comment the trick, but it's all good, but this landing is a little awkward. Yeah. You could use this the left. Okay, this is the right hand, left. So the hand which is on the floor, I think it's left, but I'm not sure. The hand that is on the floor, if you bring it not on the side, but more kind of behind your back, under your hip, you will be able to push from the floor and keep the hips in the air. But now, because it's on the side, it cannot really help you. It's just laying there and doing nothing. Yeah, and your hips just drop. So you could use that hand, yeah, to land softer, to push. But I like how you go to the side and then to soften the move. But here again, you don't open your chest at all. You're like just rounding your back. This, yeah, this one. Instead, if you try and fully lift your hips now, like directly to your left foot, instead, what you need to do is to shift to the right knee, like fully use your bottom leg first, fully going into this shape. And you see your knee is up, and then you you have to move the knee underneath. Instead, you could shift your weight over, yeah, go with your hips above your knee, and then move to the foot. That would make the transition much softer. Chest. But this is a difficult turn, okay. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so that technical things, let me quickly see again. I'm slipping. You can see, watch you from a distance. You're so sick. How you love to watch me when I kiss you. Innocence, freeze my youth. I'll be your child forever. Eat my sins, burn me once every time you enter. I would maybe, when you start the strong part, I would maybe take off some of the head rolls and would make it a bit faster, not faster the move, but, you know, connecting more the dynamic part. So, okay, not take off all of the head rolls, but some of them, you know, to just keep the dynamic sometimes a little longer, because you do one move and then you stop. Yeah, and you do the head rolls and so on. And then again, you do one move and again you stop. Yeah. So it's not bad to stop sometimes, but if you would have maybe two of the dynamic moves and then stop in one place, for example, for the leg wave, yeah, and then again some change, yeah. So that's just like the only thing that I would change in terms of composition. But besides that, I think for the first choreo, this is great. This is incredible. And the transitions are so interesting. I really love it. It's beautiful. Okay, let me Let me go back here. All right. So let me go back to the poll. I will do, I'll do some transitions. So guys, for everyone who wants to lift the legs, yeah, I'll show you from here. So what happens for you, both of the, like tucking the hips is right. We need to do it. Yeah, and if you guys didn't know and you tried to lift your legs, keeping your hips in the back, it's impossible. Like, I mean, it's possible, but it's never gonna look good. The shape that we need to create is this. We literally round our lower back, tucking the pelvis in, yeah, and allow our legs to just lay here. We don't want to work hard with our legs, but we're gonna work hard with our upper body. So what we want to do, we're gonna pull up a lot with the shoulder and shoulder blades and round the lower back. So you need to arch the upper back and round the lower back. And for most of the people, yeah, this isolation is quite hard to do. So what we do, we either round everything or we arch everything. But here, when we lift our legs, we have to engage our chest, bringing that shoulder backwards. And then we need to tuck our pelvis in. Yeah, so that will allow us to lift the legs. Yeah, not like this, not like this. Yeah, but like this. So it will not look like an arch, but it will give you, it's impossible to make the arch. Yeah, even when I just on the floor, you see, it doesn't look like I'm arching. It's just like flat position, but it will be more open position in your shoulders. So it will look much cleaner, okay? And this is for any lift. Same, let's say here. Yeah, I tuck my pelvis, but I open my shoulder blades. Okay, doesn't matter what legs are doing. I'm just like a little bit confused. But anyways, you turn, and then here, this is what happens. And it's kind of nice that you start from your head, but instead of this, I would do this from the left ear. From the left ear, and not this, but open, yeah? Engaging the shoulder blade. So you see, I start wrapping my back around the pole. And this, yeah? Instead of this, boom, open. And lower. Remember what I told you? You want to create the contrast. So you low here, very engaged, very open upper back, yeah? And then you go up, and then you go down, and then you go up. So you want to exaggerate that up and down. And you can't go higher than standing. It's impossible. But you can go low, right? So when you start this one, sorry, I can't figure out what exactly you do with the leg, but here, from the head, rotating, and look, guys, everyone, now this is very important. When we start turning this way, naturally our shoulder wants to twist because we unwind, because we go this way. So shoulder will want to do this. So you have to control your shoulder. You have to really like focus on not letting it twist, because naturally it will twist. So you like, I'm stronger than you. Yeah, you're really working hard on twisting it like externally rotating it. Yeah. Boom. And here. Yeah. So ideally, you see, I open so much that my body is wrapping around the pole and my back is literally touching the pole. I don't want to have any distance here. This means that my shoulder is twisted inwards, outwards. Yeah. Then you do this transition, and here we can add a bit more advanced technique. We can add twist. So I start here from my chest, and I go with the leg, and then here I kind of keep my face here. So I start from my hips. So first it goes the leg, then the hips, then the chest, only then the head, and again legs. So leg, hips, chest, head, chest, hips, legs. Not all together, but tick, 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 tick. You get it? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. And down, up, down. You see how low? Even lower, yeah? And then here, you raise up, you push and you point. So you use that left hand to point, so you really shift your weight. If I take off my hand, it will be much harder. Also, I'm not hanging here. I lift, I open my chest, so it allows me to balance. Yeah, I don't remember what you do next. Uh-huh. I like this. And what I say, this is what you do. Your hand stays facing your wrist, palm face down. Instead, first I would close, so then I could open again and look. I'm drawing a circle from the elbow and then wrist up. Yeah, so I don't do this, but this. And then when you fall, this flat position, because the shoulder closes again. Instead, what I would do, I would keep that back open, bend the back bottom knee a little. Yeah, and slide here, having, you see my lats, not very sexy, but they allow me to hold my body. Yeah, so instead of hanging here, I'm pulling up. Yeah. Wait, just want to leave my ears. Ooh. This I like. Maybe more close when you drop. This one, yeah. You fully go here, which is a fine shape, yeah. But maybe I would leave the head, and then what I said, you go in, and then it's more like a flat arch, but I would try to do it more like a reverse wave here. Yeah, so more circling, going in and back, front and in from the pelvis. Still, you see, still rounding the upper back, still rounding, and only then start dropping and arching the upper back, and then the shoulders and the head. So a bit more details, and that would be drop, and then open, and then in, and then open. Yeah, so that would just give you more contrast. If actually this is what you do, then.
Yes, this is what I want to do, but not very look good.
So try to feel this circle, and it goes not only in and out, but it feels like a circle. Yeah.
Ah, I can see the circle.
Yeah, that will give you a more detailed wave. Yeah, not just in and out, but that will give you. And then this is what you do. This, look, from here, your body stays flat. Yeah, and what you want is to actually open from the chest. Yeah, from the, like, starting from your ear, and especially when you start sliding, this moment where you need to go to the top of your head. Yeah, to make it like the transition you do correctly. It's just more of the twist in the beginning. From here, more twist, and you can really close. It's fine to round, and then to arch here. Wow, you see here. Whoa. I like this one circle, and it's really nice. You can so look, guys, this is again important for everyone to understand. We can do it on one place, so like more open the chest, the diaphragm, and squeeze the shoulder blade. Yeah, this will be more sexy, and a little bit more emotional will be if I literally move backwards. Yeah, this, and then if I use the circle. Yeah, it's more like I don't know, emotional, more like yeah. So you don't even have to that like open on this maximum, but you still open. But because you're also inclined backwards, yeah, it just feels a little different. And especially because you do a few of them, yeah, you could do you do 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Yes. So you could do different. You could do one more like on the place when you fully open, another one more like going backwards, and the last one literally more in the head. Yeah. But I would probably do 2, then do this one, and on strong part, I would probably do already the jump. Yeah, because the strong part starts and you still like just during the preparation. Yeah, maybe jump would be jump. And what I say, the girls couldn't see, you land from the jump. And then this. When we take off the hand, we take it off. Even it's okay if you jump like this, you do this trick, it's fine. But when you take off, you take it off first, rotating. Yeah, we never take off like this. We take off like this. Yeah, and next I would probably not do the another head roll here because you did a lot there. So I would jump and I would go up straight away. And what I said, you go here, like this. Yeah, so land. I would honestly, yeah, I would skip the circle and go straight away up, but maybe even using the hand here, will be easier for you to, like, more balance to stand up if your hand stays here. And then, yeah, because you see, two hands on the floor, harder to stand up, and then after you also like catching it here. So maybe if you do with the hand straight away, you just avoid two awkward moments. This part I really like, how your hips work, all of it is really beautiful. And then what happens? What I say? You start turning your body and your face is still here, so the car is broken. You go from your nose, imagine that you are a dog chasing your tail. Yeah, from here, you go from the head. Yeah, is one thing. Then if you feel that you really like, that the grip is not great, yeah, that you can't really do a big jump, yeah, instead of jumping, you can do a step or a slide, literally like sliding the left leg through the floor. And then it will be easier for you to land because you're always on the floor. So, or if you jump, yeah, you jump, but we definitely, same like the move before, yeah, we don't want this. We want to open. So here, it's harder if you start already falling, then we cannot control the shoulder. So instead, I want to turn when I'm still having balance on my right leg. Yeah. So I want to turn and I start hanging here. And then I turn from my head, keeping my shoulder closed. Okay, guys, focus. Yeah. If you first start falling, you lost the control. Your shoulder cannot control it anymore. You're hanging. So you first turn on the spot, engaging that shoulder, and then you turn. You can either push on the back leg or just use the momentum of the swing of the head. But you need to rotate first, engaging your shoulder, and only then you can fly. Here, the trick part, I won't comment what happens. You turn here. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. But anyways, your hand is here and then your hips are dropping. You have no support. Yeah, so instead, this hand here, both of them push, so then you can support and then you can softly go down. Yeah, so hands here, no help. Hands here, you have help. Yeah, so you land. I like how you twist. It's amazing. We don't want to just land like a bug, dying cockroach. Instead, we want to twist and then yeah. Chest up. Yeah, squeezing your shoulder blade. Maybe even you can have the hand on the pole and it will even be easier to arch. Yeah. Or here, maybe you can bend your elbows, trying to open the shoulders and lift the chest. Then here, look, you close. So what you're like fully having your weight on the hand and trying to adjust the knee. Instead, yeah, you push yourself from the floor to this, yeah, above the heel. And then you also use the hand and you gently go to that leg. So from here, boom, turn, push, and heaps, and I slide the foot. So you see, I don't use my knee. I mean, I don't change my knee, don't adjust it. I slide my foot, and then I'm fully on this foot. Yeah, and then when you do this hand stops you. So you can start turning it from here. I'm not sure what you're doing. Yeah, so you turn, you dive, you lose all the control, and then it's just like really awkward. So you can do two things here. Either you slide the leg, you slide the foot closer. Yeah, so it goes behind. Yeah, you're fully turning on the left foot, regripping the hand. You can regrip another hand, and then the leg goes up and you're here. Or you can rotate here. Yeah, so not slide the foot, but rotate the leg, changing the hand, and then sliding. And so then you raise up. Yeah, but anyways, I would change the hand. I use my left hand a lot when I do it. So I mean, you don't have to. It's possible to do in one hand if you do it faster with the nuggets. But if you are not confident yet, I would push with the left. Yeah, regrip with the right. Open, yeah, or staying here, change, slide, and up. Yeah, and so the whole thing here we did not talk much about this. We kind of more talk about separate transitions, but same like when we do the steps. But look, it's really interesting how the weight shift works here. The last thing that I will explain. So here, to make, because every movement here in your case looks separately, and we want to put them together. Yeah. So from here, we really need to feel the momentum. How we start sliding. Yeah, I would honestly probably keep the hand on the pole to make it smoother. Yeah, I'm hanging on the arm now, closing, and here I'm using the arm to lift, and then I start like shifting my weight. Look, let me show you first, and then I will explain. So here, and up, very smooth, like everything is like one smooth transition, right? And so even if you do the hand on the floor, yeah, okay, let's come back to original version. Yeah, so my weight is on the left hip, then I open, my weight is on the right hip, I start pushing from the left, from the right hand, still sliding the leg, start pulling with the top hand. Hips are above the heel, and I slide the heel, pulling with the arm, fully sitting, changing my hand, pushing with the bottom hand, pulling with the top hand to finish up the turn. And then I go up. So you see, like every time when I do it, all the time, one of my muscles is doing something, and I never stop. Yeah, so one thing is just to do the movement, beautiful. But when we talk about flow, yeah, it's about connecting them. Obviously, like you do it actually in some harder transitions, but then here when we need to move a lot around the pole, it works harder. Yeah, it just breaks because you have to separate. We here, then we here, then we here, then we here, and then we turn. Yeah, instead we need to create the smooth. from one hip to another hip, still sliding, already pushing, already pulling, pushing, turning, pushing, and lifting. Yeah, so like this, we create this wheel. This is how the flow works. Okay, of course, it just takes much longer time, but this is a good example of how we can, how the flow part will work. This is what we work on the second module when we do choreographies. Yeah. How was it, Maggie?
Thank you so much. It is like much more in details than I thought. I know already. I have something. I don't feel very pretty about my choreo, but I don't know where is the problem. But you show me that I have a lot of bad habits, like the shoulder and the chest, that I need to really fix. And I will work on the fundamental part in EXO base. Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing that we were talking about here, yeah, now like it's for everyone. Yeah, this is how I show you where are the areas of improvement, right? And both of the girls are joined the EXO base, and we're going to work on that. And this is like the sessions like this are the part of the course. And if you get the package with feedback, and I guess both of them did, this is how we start. So we start with this kind of session when we when I do the feedback part, and we analyze your points of improvement, because there's a lot of things. But when you can focus on particular things, you know, something that is very that will make the biggest difference right now. Yes, because there's so much, there's hundreds of points, but I'll give you like 1, 2, 3, 4, something that right now, if you work on, will give you a huge improvement. Yeah, and so here you could see we worked on the basic movements. Yeah, so how to do the movements that are right. Yeah, how we engage the body so the movement looks beautiful. How we make the wave or the circle or the butterfly or transition, how we make the movement look good. Then the things that, for example, I showed in the end, or with the steps, you know, how to do the slides or the steps, or like even for example, that like when we literally do step, because this is the simplest way to do the weight shift. Yeah, for example, you bring the leg behind and you need to turn, and you're like, where are you? So you need to go from the right leg and right hip. You need to go to the left leg and left hip. Yeah, you start your turn. For example, you bend. Yeah, and now you're fully hanging. And like, how do we connect those things? Yeah, or like what we did now with Maggie in the beginning. How do we do this transition using the shoulder, changing the level, rotating the muscle here? It's not like because this is what I find really funny when people say you just need to do it smoother. And this is like, I had a session with a girl yesterday, and she's like, all the people I train with, they just tell me that I need to be smoother, and I understand it, but what is smoother? And I'm like, well, here, if you rotate your shoulder, if you engage your shoulder blade, and then you start sliding and you shift your weight to that leg, that will make it smooth. And she's like, I never thought about it. Yeah, so this is very important. That's what I was trying to show you, that when I say bigger, I mean particular movements, particular actions from your body. When I say smoother, it means exactly, let's say, rotating the shoulder, pulling the shoulder blade, starting from the head, and then shifting the weight to your leg. Yeah, that stuff. And we worked on transitions. right? So we make them smoother. We work on the weight shifting, where your weight is going, which part of the body is now engaged to do the certain movement to make it smoother or bigger or whatever. And we didn't work much with Maggie on musicality and expressiveness, but we did with Marta, because she had more like a performance part, so that was kind of more appropriate there to focus on those parts and on composition and so on. But you could see that even like changing the hands, you know, and like focus between your chest or hips, that gives a lot of change in the expression. And dynamic, dynamics. It's not just this is a strong part, you just need to do stronger, but how? How we can, for example, add more dynamic, like the movement that actually goes around the pole. Then also we can change the execution between the smooth, let's say, wave or other move, or the sharp one. We can add impulse, we can add more of the level change, we can change the speed and so on. So all of that are particular things. It's not just in general, make it smoother, add more flow, make it more expressive. But every single word that I say now, I have techniques behind it. And this is how we work in the program. And now we're done with the feedback part. And if you guys want to know, I will tell you a little bit more about how the program works, because like what you could see now is the program in action, but I will also tell you a little bit about the a little bit more about how it builds and what is inside. Можно мне презентацию, пожалуйста? I will just show you a bit the a bit more about the system. So this is the Exabase 3.0, and both of the girls now are the participants, and they will do all of this, and this was the first part. So now let me show you the system that is behind of this method. So what I see, how style evolves, what we were working now about technique and musicality. So musicality we did more with we worked a little bit on with Marta. With Maggie we worked more on techniques, but even the the change in technique will already give you more tools to work on musicality. So as I already told you before, lines and transitions. Lines is more like how we do the moves, what part of the body we engage to make, let's say, the wave look big. How we engage the shoulder, how we lift the chest, all of these things. And transitions, let's say, what I showed you in the end, how we connect the move that we make, that flow, that we create, the fluid movement, the seamless transition, right? And then the musicality part, for me, it's how we put the moves into the music. And this is what I was not like touching much what the girls did, because it's a huge other part that would require same amount of time. So I more focused on the technical part, but still, here we work with Marta and also with Maggie a little bit on like what we need to fix, what we maybe need to take off some of the head rolls, some of the like keeping the dynamic moves more together, so we would have more of the like this more active part would be a little more appropriate, that would not break the momentum with like too many head rolls, let's say. And so what we did with Marta, adding this dynamics, then bigger moves to show the fight, more sharp moves, more like impulse, the speed change and so on, the level change, as I said. And then we add more of this hands on the whispering part, and this was very quick. Obviously it needs more time, but I was just trying to show like everything. But this is how we work on both connecting to the music in general, and then like some particular details, some like either hands or like catching some beats with some particular moves. I did not focus on beats, on rhythm much this time. But we were focusing on expression, on the particular tools that will help the breathing, and so on. And this is how like the whole system works. And in the course, every single element of this structure, for every single element, we have a model in the course. One second. So, and as I said, for every single element, we have a model. And the first model of the course is fundamentals, is where we work on every single element. And the basic elements are like steps, periods, butterflies, plies, waves, circles, and what else? Slides, on their variations, and on like how, not just like learning them, but learning how, understanding how each part of your body is engaged, what exactly it's doing, and how, like I showed you now, how to make every single movement look beautiful. And it works the way that we really start feeling it in our body. It's not just learning like 10 moves, but like here you understand how each part of your body is engaged, and while doing it many times, you really start thinking, okay, my shoulder, and you get this habit. Your body starts really understanding, and next time when you hear make it bigger, your body is like, okay, bigger means this, and that. Then the second model is 10 choreographies, is where we learn transitions. And this is like where we focus. We already did the elements, and now we connect them, and we learn to create that seamless flow, without stops, not like move and then another move and then another move, but we learn to flow, to change the levels, to turn around the pole, keeping that, that magic. This is what we do by learning choreographies. But the goal of this model is not to learn choreos, but to understand how to do the transitions. Then the musicality section, this is the most probably my signature, my personal invention, because I just developed the method of how doing it this way. And here we learn to style choreos, to style movement for the music, how to catch all the beats in different variations, how to like connect to the sound expressively, that your body is literally start expressing those feelings. And this is some of it we did today, but there's just a huge amount of techniques, and we do it on the example of 10 choreographies, and there's a huge, like a whole list of things that we're going to do. Then technical upgrades. This is also what I really love. This is the model when we learn to create combos, when we take simple movements and we start playing with them using particular techniques to create a combos, to literally invent. This is how you learn creating transitions by yourself. And that these transitions you can use for making your choreos, for literally creating, and for freestyle. And then the next step is actually creating your choreography. So you already worked on elements, how to put them together, how to make them more interesting and creative, and then how to connect them to the music and express the emotions by doing the movements. Yeah, and then putting all of it together, we learn to create our own choreos using my like a roadmap. And there are also like feedback sessions, like now what we did now, that would be the feedback session. They're gonna look like this. 2 of them will be with me, and depending on the package, the 5 or 7 sessions with instructors. I unfortunately don't have time to do my personal mentorship right now, so I only do 2 sessions, but my teachers are honestly great. The students from the previous round really love them, and even some of the students of the Exhibit 3.0, they also wanted to go to some particular instructor, because believe me, they are great, and they're doing the sessions the same way like I did now. And we also have some extra bonuses like conditioning model, where we have like stretching, fitness, handwork, shoulders, toes, different warm-ups, and so on. Also sessions with nutritionists and psychologists. Special session about the emotional expressiveness. We just did it recently last week with the previous round, and they really loved it. We have lots of insights on that session. Not only like it's particular exercises to express emotions through your body, also with your face, and also my methods of storytelling. Then we added on this round, we decided to add the competition mindset session. This is the new one. We didn't have it in the previous one, but we decided to do it this time because many students asked about it. So if you guys preparing for the competitions, everything you need to know about the process will be there. And some another bonuses that we decided to add will be the lesson from Ilya Med about the fundamentals of the hard style. I love hard style. I don't dance it much, but Ilya is a master of the hard style, and I really wanted my students to benefit from his knowledge. So he filmed a lesson for us. And another one is a lesson about the freestyle. And Yelena, one of the instructors of the Exabase, she is a master of freestyle. Honestly, she's my great friend, and I watch her training so many times, and I'm like literally so inspired by her skills, by her method of freestyling. And I asked her, and she agreed to share with my students about freestyle. So let me quickly tell you about the available packages. We have packages for beginner intermediate level and for more advanced level. So the Queen package includes everything, all the modules, and this package is built for more advanced, like intermediate advanced dancers. If you want to focus on expanding your dance vocabulary and upgrading your techniques and work more on creating choreographies, musicality, and finding your own style, your ways of styling moves and playing with music, this will be the package for you. The Exotic Queen Plus package includes the feedback from instructors and feedback from me, the way that we guys had with you now, also the group chat that is super helpful as well. And yeah, all of the pre-recorded lessons, all 5 modules that I said: fundamentals, choreos, musicality, technical upgrades, workshop how to create choreographies, all the bonuses that I listed, and mentoring from instructors and from me. And it's about 55 hours of the pre-recorded lessons. I actually think it's around 60 hours already. And the access to the platform is for 8 months. The access for the feedback part is for 4 months. So 4 months we work together, and then 4 more months you work by yourself. So this is the Exotic Queen Plus package. Yeah, and then we have the Princess package, which is more suitable for beginner intermediate level, even with zero experience, because we have incredible fundamentals and conditioning model that has a lot of classes even without Paul. And we really have students with zero experience that it works. But funny thing that the model that is great for beginners, my advanced students love the most because they feel like most of the dancers really lack fundamentals. And then when they improve the fundamentals, then everything just quickly goes up. So, but this package, yeah, for Princess is good for even with zero experience and also with like for beginner intermediate level. So here we more focus on techniques. We less do the creative part when we really invent something and create own choreographies, but we work a lot on techniques, on transitions. And in the Plus package, we also have a feedback part from instructor and from me, like 2 sessions like we did now with me, and 5 sessions with an instructor. And the feedback part is for 3 months. And then the whole access is also for 8 months. So as you can see now, it's fundamentals model, the choreographies where we work on transitions, most of the bonuses. Yeah, but as I said, because this package is more focused on techniques, we don't have the musicality part. We don't have the technical upgrades. It's not on the slide, but it exists, the model for how to create choreographies. And we also don't have the lessons from guest instructors on freestyle and on hardstyle. Yeah, but all the technical classes and also emotional expressiveness and competition mindset as well, because beginners compete as well. All of this we do have. Yeah, and the mentoring part from me and from instructors. Yeah, so one more time, it's 8 months access to the platform, 3 months work with feedback with me and other instructors, and it's around 40 hours of pre-recorded classes. Now, if you guys prefer to work without instructors, for example, you have a very chaotic schedule, you cannot commit to the group and you prefer to work by yourself, you may be shy to share your videos or something like this, even though I think that this is something that we can work on if you're shy. But still, if you feel like the feedback is not what you want, we also have packages without feedback. Again, the Exotic Queen, that is for more advanced level dancers. This one includes everything, and especially for those who wants to focus on musicality, on styling, on like technical upgrades, on new things, on upgrading the level. This will be the Queen package, which includes all of the modules, all 5 steps: basics, transitions, musicality, upgrades, and creation. Includes all the bonuses: conditioning, emotional expressiveness, competition mindset, 2 sessions with guest instructors on hardstyle and on freestyle, and also sessions with nutritionists and psychologists. Believe me, my students really love that. And you might think, what is that? But I know what I'm doing. So, but this package does not include my feedback. So we're not going to have sessions like today, and does not include sessions with an instructor in the group chat. So this one, you do everything by yourself. So you have access to all the platform, all 55 hours for 6 months, but you don't have the feedback part. Yeah, you just do it all by yourself. And similar package we have for princes, for beginners, beginner intermediate level. Yeah, this package includes fundamentals and choreographies, but does not include musicality and style, does not include technical upgrades and how to create your own choreographies, also does not include hard style and freestyle. Yeah, but everything to work on the basic techniques, on transition elements, yeah, and emotional expression in general, it includes. So this package is around 40 hours of recorded videos and 6 months access. Let me quickly tell you about the prices. If I would sell it all separately, yeah, you see the prices here, but I don't do it because the system built that everything is complements each other. We can split it in 2 parts, but every piece of this structure works like a puzzle, so it works all together. And of course, in the package, it works with a really big discount. So for the Queen's packages, that includes everything what is in the platform, all models, all bonuses. This is the price. Without feedback, it is $2,000. It's United States dollars, USD. And with feedback, it's $2,700. So the difference in these packages is the feedback, yeah, the group chat, 4 months of group chat, 7 sessions with instructors, 2 sessions with me, yeah, and the access is 8 months for the plus package and 6 months for the regular package. Yeah, so, but all the pre-recorded classes are included. Everything what's in the platform, you have the access to it. Yeah, so the difference is 2 months access, feedback from me, feedback from instructors, and a group chat. Okay, again, this is the price: $2,700 and $2,000 and 2 and 7. And the princess package, yeah, is 1,000 without feedback and 1,500 USD with feedback. Yeah, so this package is more focused on techniques, so it has fundamentals and the transitions, the choreography part. It has most of the bonuses, but not the freestyle and hardstyle. Yeah, but all the other bonuses, including the emotional expressiveness in general. Yeah, not the musicality part, but the general tools that I use for emotional expressiveness. That one is included. Yeah, and the difference in these packages is that the Princess regular package has 40 hours of pre-recorded videos. Yeah, and 6 months access. And then the plus package, I think we have a mistake on this slide, but it's also 8 months access, so 2 extra months. And then it has 5 sessions with instructors, 2 sessions with me, like today, and 3 months in the group chat. All right, so now you see a button. It will appear below the video. And if you guys want to join the program, want to try this method on you, now in the chat, you see the button. Yeah, we have the link from Olga, register Kiranor price, this one. You can click on that. And book your spot. Yeah, it's gonna look like this. You can see now on the screen. Depending on the package, you can buy it now or you can buy in installments. We also have payment plans. So if you're not ready to pay the full amount today, we also have the variation. So here you can, this is how the next page gonna look. Please make sure that you put your email and your phone number right, because this is how my team will contact you. And if you put the wrong email or wrong phone number, they will not be able to contact you. Guys, my team says that you left comments. I will read it. I will read it a little later when I'm done with this. But yeah, I will. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've got it. Okay. So I can see now some of the messages earlier. Oh, we had problems with the sound. I hope it was fixed. Yeah, my team said that it was fixed. So the feedback sessions were for those who won it. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but we had a raffle and the girls won it. And that's why they had the sessions. Thank you, Amy. Yeah. Yes, so you could, I think that even it was not a session, like not a feedback for your video, but you could still benefit from this session. I am sure that many of the questions, the issues, the problems are similar. So I'm sure you could benefit from this as well. Millie, I wrote down so many things. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really glad. Okay, so now guys, you can see the link in the chat. Yeah, this is how the process is going to look. Yeah, if you do the order, this is how the next page is going to look, and then we have options. You can pay with card. We can choose different payment methods. Yeah, so we have payment plans. If you cannot pay with your card, you can still leave your application, and my managers will text you and open different variations. You can use Wise. We don't have PayPal as far as I know, but you can pay with Wise. You can do direct bank transfer. I think we even have crypto. I think we do. So if you are good with technologies, we can do that. So if you leave your application, then the managers will contact you and they will explain you all the possible methods, all the payment plans. Yes, so you can choose the button with the buy with installments, and then you will get all the possible variations. Again, just make sure that your phone number and your email number is correct, and then answer. My team is always writing from my business account, so you will be able to see it's a business account with my picture, with my name. Everything you can trust. Now, if you join today, you will get the access to the pre-course right away. So for example, the girls, they already joined, and some of the people already tagging me in Instagram. They are already learning stuff and even creating their choreos with the pre-training. It's the conditioning model that has different kind of warm-ups, dance classes, that has handwork plus stretching, fitness, shoulders exercises, toes exercises, and lots of incredible things. And then the fundamentals, all the basic elements, all the variations, and the upgrade techniques that we put to start working on first emotional expressiveness. You're gonna love it. So this is what you can start doing after you do the payment. And the main course, the rest of the videos will be open on the 15th of June. Yes, so in about 2 weeks, you get access to everything. And if you have the package with feedback, so it's going to start on 15th of June. So currently 65 spots are already booked. We have 80 spots. We limited in spots because we have instructors, also because we have a support, and it's a big program. It's a lot of extra things we need to take care of. That's why we don't do it unlimited. Yeah, so we limit it to 80 spots. Now there are 15 spots left. So if you guys are thinking, maybe you better leave your application and reserve your spot. And then with manager, you can make your final decision. So I don't know how many spots will be still available when we end. Yeah, but now at the moment, it is still 15 spots. So submit your applications now. You have the button, you have the link, you have all the variations with the payments. Make sure you put the correct information so my managers can contact you directly and can tell you all the information. I think we are already here for like 2.5 hours. I don't think I will talk about all the models in detail, but if you guys have some questions, you can text me in the chat and I will maybe just leave you the page with the packages. But another bonus that I forgot about, but I can see it in the slide. If you do the payment during this live stream, you will get 2 extra months to any package you purchase. So if you purchase package without feedback, then instead of 6 months, you're gonna have 8 months. And if you purchase the package with feedback, instead of 8 months, you're going to have 10 months, right? So this is another, something is beeping here. If you have another, this is another little motivation for you. Obviously, for the people who joined before, yeah, for both of the girls, they joined before, this bonus is also on. So they also will have 2 extra months. Yeah, now, please tell me if you have any questions, what is holding you back, if there are any things that I can maybe tell you more about, let me know. Text me in the chat. And I will tell you about it. Usually the most common problem is that what people say is that it's not in my budget, and I definitely understand it. That's why we have the payment plan. And if you think about it, 8 or 10 months of training for this much money, if you just can split it by months, and you will see that it's not that expensive at all. But how much information is that? Literally, the price of the course is as much as the price of the pole camp. And I'm sure that most of you guys go to pole camps, and pole camps are great. I love them too. They are amazing, definitely worth to attend. But just think about it. You're ready to spend this much money for 1 week. Why won't you spend this money for 8 or 10 months of this unique information that will definitely make a big change for you? You can see now how it works. Even now, when we were just doing this short feedback session, you just commented how much you learned from it, how much you wrote down. Imagine if you would do all these classes, how much your dance level can change. So this is the feedback from the students of the Exabase 2.0, and this is what she says. You can see, but Exabase has been the best investment I've ever done, and I don't only see the improvements, but I feel it. Ooh, so many beautiful things she writes. Money doesn't buy your talent or happiness, but money can buy you a great course that makes you happy. And that is the exhibit. Yeah, and many students actually, you can, if you talk to any of the students, for example, like Marta, she knows Tams and Yana, the students from the first round, and they always say that I did not expect this much for this money. Everyone, I never heard someone saying, "Oh, this was too expensive for the course." And most of the people say, "Wow, it's actually cheap for how much you give." So I'm saying it confidently because this is the third round that I do, and yeah, I know what I'm talking about. It's based on my students' experience. Another thing that usually stops people, it's not the right time. I will start when I save up, when I have more time, when I whatever deal with this, finish this, and yeah, I know what it is, and this is not how I live my life. I love doing things for me, and even like when I feel, oh my God, it's never the time, it's just never right time. And sometimes I because I learn a lot, I buy lots of courses by myself, and sometimes it's really overwhelming, but it always ends, and then the things always change. And yeah, sometimes it feels like very intense, but when it's done, you can see the results. But when you just keep postponing things, it just never works. Things never change, and it's your life, and you decide how you live it today. So honestly, I feel like it's never, look at your life, it's never the right time. I also know my students who, one of my students, Emanuela, when she was doing Exabase or the first edition, and she is a scientist. So she actually has a really like crazy job, very smart woman. She lives in Singapore, but in the same time, she was participating in Miss Germany. So she was flying every 1-2 weeks to Germany from Singapore. And in the same time, she was doing my mentorship. And I was like, Manuela, are you sure? Like it's a big commitment. Are you sure you want to do it all in the same time? And she said, yes, because if I stop dancing, if I don't do something for myself, I will just lose the motivation to live in general. I need to do something for myself, and dancing is my only place and time, what I just do for me. So I have to do it all in the same time, because otherwise I just don't know why I will wake up every morning. This is what she said. And I remember I was like, I really get it. I really feel it, because this is how I live my life. I know that if I don't dance, then if I don't move forward, I just don't understand what's the point of working so hard. So yeah, it's too complicated, too much of the commitment, too many classes, too long. You guys don't need to worry about it, because the structure works the way that you don't need to think about it, about what to do next. It's not just the library of endless library of the lessons, but it is like a structured system where every single step is on the place. So you literally just need to start with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. You don't need to think much, and you don't need to be perfect in every single step. It works the way that every next step will take you a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper. So with every session, you will understand more and more. And even if you do like 30% of it, you will still feel a big difference, because it builds the way that every single part complements each other. Yeah, so we also have a very nice community that is super helpful. And that's why we have sessions with psychologists, because at some point it really feels like too much. And then you will always receive a support here. So yeah, I have lots of examples of my incredible students who just text me super generous feedbacks. But what I will tell you, information worth nothing if you don't use it. Yeah, so it's a lot of information that you heard today, and you can see and why I am giving it for free. First of all, I see that my mission in this world is to help people as much as I can, and because this is my thing, dancing is my thing, and if I can give you something, it's it worth it. It all makes sense for me. I understand what I do it, but also people often ask me, why do you give away so much information for free in your Instagram, in your free lessons? And I'm like, how many videos do you save and never do them? I know it. Everything I told you today is very precise and very useful, very kind of unique information that that can change a lot, but only if you do things, only if you practice. And the course built the way that you do practice, that you don't just listen, but you literally practice for either 40 or 60 hours, depending on the package, that you do things. So believe me, if you just do those things, it will work. And yeah, with, you know, step by step, consistently, with the good support. If you decide to join, believe me, it's going to be a beautiful journey with a nice and warm community with love, and of course, it's going to be fun. So I am excited to welcome everyone who decides to join. We start on 15th of June. The pre-course starts as soon as you do your payment. Yeah, this is the Queen's package. If you need to look at the program again, yeah, this is everything what is in the program. This is the Princess package. Yeah, so you guys can make your decisions. Do we have any questions in the chat? Okay, no questions. So if you guys have no questions, we are going to end soon. So now you see the Princess package again. We're going back to the Queen's package. All the prices are here on the screen. All the program is on the screen. And as I already told you, the link is in the chat. Now is the time for the questions, but I see that so far we don't have any questions. I'm waiting for one last minute, and then we are going to finish. So I anyways hope that it was interesting and useful for you. I am really grateful for everyone who joined, for your precious time, and we are here for over 2.5 hours. Yeah, I know it's a lot. Thank you very much for your commitment, for your passion, for your interest in trying new things. And if you found something useful and interesting today, I am very happy, because this is my, you know, the goal number one for me, to, you know, to be useful, to give something. Please try to practice it, try to use it, try to apply it. Even if you pick one thing to apply, yeah, just believe me, it's going to change a lot. If you found a lot of things to try, please do. But also be kind and gentle to yourself, because I know that it's difficult when you see so many people around who are achieving incredible results. They all are so talented and flexible and strong, and and like you see, you look at the Instagram, and then you watch all these videos, all these incredible dancers, and you're like, oh my God, there's too many things to fix, and I will never be able to do it. But first of all, believe me, if when you dance, you are happy, this is the most beautiful feeling and the most important reason to do it, because dancing is your time, it's your space, it's something that you do for yourself, not for your kids, for your parents, for your family, for your friends, for your customers, for your boss, for anyone else, because we always have to do lots of things for everyone. But dancing is something what we do for ourselves. And if you, my beautiful girls, are happy, if this is something that fulfills you, just appreciate it. And yes, when we look at other people, sometimes we think that we never be as good as them, but we never know what is behind, what journey they have, what experience they have, much they worked to make it happen. So appreciate the moments of happiness and try to focus on the fun part, using the tools that are available for you. Yeah, if you can, take classes. If you can't, just maybe try some free resources. Yes, if you have 1 hour a week to dance, it's okay. At least you have that 1 hour, and just use them and enjoy. Yeah, and don't worry about things you don't have. Focus on things that you have, because a while ago you couldn't do any of it, and now you can do incredible things. Don't forget about it. Yeah, because comparing is something that really kills the joy and the purpose and all the fun. And joy and fun is the most important part of it. So I really hope that you will remember about it in some hush moments. But what I really realized, that you don't have to be the strongest, the most flexible, the best. You know, you just need to be you. You just need to embrace your uniqueness, your authenticity, and find the methods to use it, to express it, to show it in your dancing. Instead of trying to fix yourself and being like someone else, connect to yourself and find your way of doing things and enjoy as much as you can. Because you think that you're not enough, that there's so many things to fix, but someone else is looking at you and think, oh my God, she's incredible. I just want to be at least like half as good as her. And if you are an inspiration even for one person, that is already enough. And if you are inspiration for yourself, this is, already a lot. And if there is someone else, maybe a person you don't know on the hall next to you looking at you and thinking, wow, she's great. So please don't be hard on yourself. Be gentle, and you are already doing enough. But if you want to do more, or do it differently, or do it with me, welcome to the Exobase 3.0. So guys, it's time to finish. Thank you one more time. And some of you, I hope I will see you on the Exobase 3.0, or maybe in my other classes or programs, or at least in Instagram. Bye. Have a great evening, night, morning, wherever you are.